turn back into strangers. Scared I don't know who you are. We used to talk about love in the universe, only the weather come up anymore.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something I held back talking about for a long time because I was afraid I didn't have enough content to make a full-length video. Now that I've been thinking about it, I think I have just enough to make a video on it. So you may be thinking, what's the topic of today's video? Great question. Today I'll be talking about fandoms in the gacha community because once again I've been thinking a lot about it. Now this video will be divided up into subcategories, so check the timestamps to see the categories. 1. Why am I talking about this? Well, simply answered, I'm talking about it because there are a few problems with fandoms in the gacha, and as you know there are many fandoms in the gacha community. To name some of the popular ones, we have Miraculous Community, FNAF Community, FNF Friday Night Funkin' Community, Harry Potter Community, Boku no Hero Academia Community, Minecraft SMP Community, Vocaloid Community. These are of course just some of the most popular, and there are many lingering fandoms in the gacha community, but of course it would be too many to name in this video. Now let's get to the actual point of this video. 2. What's the problem with fandoms in the gacha community? Essentially nothing. There is no problem with becoming creative and making characters and videos based off your favorite fandom or community, but over the time it has slowly been affecting the gacha community negatively. In what ways it's affecting the community, you ask? First, some of these fandoms include things that are not appropriate for the gacha community, such as the hidden or sometimes obvious innuendos in the FNF community, along with the fact that there are many adults in the community who like to clue at certain things in the characters or imply certain things about the relationship between the main male and female lead that once again are not appropriate. The lore behind FNAF is extremely graphic and may not be best for kids to watch, and by this I'm hinting at gore, mental illness, and many other highly sensitive topics. In communities such as Harry Potter and Boku no Hero Academia, they already have a big enough problem with shipping characters that aren't meant to be together, such as Bakugo and Deku. As you know, in both the manga and show they are sworn enemies, but people in the community repeatedly romanticize their extremely toxic relationships just to follow the enemies to lovers stereotypes, which has already had its effect on the gacha community negatively, because you can see in many movies, memes, and just videos in general, people romanticize characters who are obviously in an abusive relationship and think it's quirky or fun when it's a serious problem that shouldn't be used for laughs. Moving on to the Harry Potter community, and excuse my disknowledge of the community as I never read the books, I don't know much. But as far as I'm concerned, Harry Potter and Draco are enemies, but once again are consistently shipped together, and once again by the enemies to lovers stereotype that encourages toxic relationships. With that being said, let's move on to the next segment. 3. In-depth explanation. Now all I have to say is I understand that the gacha community is not just for kids, and kids aren't the only ones who watch gacha videos, but there is a fair amount of kids in the community, which is why it's always okay to be sensitive about these things. And I understand if your channel has an age group that you are comfortable with, but once again, since there are a lot of kids in the community, there is no way to hide these things, even if you set a limit, which basically makes the whole age range trend useless because you can't force anyone out of your channel. 4. Conclusion. So now you know. There are a lot of problems with fandoms in the gacha community, and a lot that I didn't name, but this video is basically a touch at the tip of the iceberg. Once again, before I wrap up, this does not speak for all the fandoms in gacha, just the ones I pointed out mostly. Well, that's all for this video. I love you all so much, my baby stars. Please stay nebulous. And the star system study today is Draco's star system Kepler-90. Bye loves. P.S. I've finally been able to find a voice that matched my soulless brain dead voice.
I'd be